Hey guys, this is Locke. Today I'm going to go about the huge boost that lightning units are going to be getting within a week. Actually, within like 2 days, I think. And I wanted to go over it. First of all, just to recap, like lightning units are already quite strong. Although a lot of units are only at level 99, I still see them often in like all over the place, especially in class match. And that makes sense because Frederica and Nivlu have huge range, so they can snipe you from quite far away. However, as they're both level 99 units, they still have a little bit of trouble taking on level 120 units. And that problem is going to soon be mitigated. But it's not only Frederica getting an upgrade. Lightning units in general are going to be quite strong, and I kind of think that we will see them all over the place, really, because the boost they're getting is nuts. But anyway, just to go over a few of the lightning units that we see right now that I see a lot of, especially in class match. I see 9S everywhere, and it kind of makes sense because he was given for free to a lot of people. Well, actually, it was given free to everybody, but not everyone may have built him. Nivlu, my favorite unit, she's also all over the place. I use her, especially in CM. Almost every single CM, I've been using her since I got her. Frederica usually pairs well with Nivlu, unless it's not a Quicken. Like, right now, Quicken is not. Um, Quicken is banned in CM, so I don't see Frederica as much, but I still see her here and there. Um, and then, of course, the newer edition, Selma. I did a review on her, and I like. If you don't know much about Selma, I highly think you should at least get her to level 100. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my review, see why you should be getting her to level 100. And then there are two more that I see often as well. One of them is Ravius, and she is used as a effective like Steelheart unit because she has a thief sub job. So she has move 4, jump 1, and she has basically Steelheart range plus 3. She's not bad. She also has quite a few survivable skills like Saintly Wall and so on and so on. So I've seen her used a lot as well. And finally, last but not least, Liart, who is only a R unit, so she has a cost of 30, making her affordable to use in like level, sorry, not level, but cost 100 comps. Like, you can use King Mont in her and another 80 cost unit if you want. Um, and she does quite a lot of things. I've done reviews with her as well, so I'm not going to go into it now. But if you want to check her out, check out my review that I did on Liart. But so that's the current state of where lightning units are at right now. Soon we're getting a huge spike in power with lightning. So first of all, we're getting this Calamitocious feline. I don't know how to say that name, so I'm just gonna call it the cat. So we're getting this cat, and so right now the current espers that we don't have any esper that gives you plus 25 lightning attack. We have like several of that for other elements. Like we have two for fire. Maybe you wouldn't have more fire, but we have like for example Ilfred, which gives you, so you can see like the if you add these up, these are plus 25 fire attack nodes. Similarly, I think her I think she also has fire attack nodes. Yeah, she there it is. Plus 25 fire attack nodes right here. So like that, like different elements have those fire attack node espers that you can use, and they're good like everywhere. Like for example, if you're using Odin for Maneater nodes, if you're fighting 2B or 9S, well, Maneater doesn't apply, and especially if you're fighting like espers, not espers, if you're fighting raids and they are not a human type thing that you're fighting, then Maneater wouldn't count. But if you are using elemental attack up nodes, like for example the water attack up from Leviathan on Titus, this is always going to count, except for normal attacks, of course. But this is very powerful, and especially on units that have like multiple attack types, like for example 9S, who can do slash attack, pierce attack, and also like a typeless attack. These lightning attack nodes are going to be awesome for him. So this Esper actually comes with that. I'm gonna go back to the Esper again. Yeah, so this cat, he is going to have plus 25 lightning attack, and then additionally, he's also going to have missile attack nodes as well. So that's going to be fantastic, especially on like Frederica or Nevlu. It's going to drastically increase your damage. And to top it off, he has a maximum agility of 16, which is on the higher end. When you compare to the other espers. Like for example, Ifrit only has an agility of 16. Uh, Leviathan has an agility of 13, but it's only level 80 instead of 99, so it probably goes up to 14. So I mean, it's on the higher end, but close to the average. Of course, Odin is still the fastest at 20 agility, but 16 agility is quite nice for an esper. And on gunners, it's gonna do really nicely on gunners. Um, so this esper is going to give a huge boost to lightning teams, specifically, or not specifically, but especially like lightning gunners. Um, and then the vision card itself is going to give. Where can I see it? Oops. Yep, here it is. So a vision attack gives plus 20 lightning attack up. As it's an MR card, it's not the plus 35 that other UR cards are getting. Like for example, plus 35 light attack that you get on the Ramza VC for light allies. This one is only plus 20, but it will stack with, for example, Frederica's Dream. So you can use this vision card and Frederica's Dream, and you basically have plus 55, you know, like missile lightning attack up for your party of lightning gunners. So that is going to be huge, and it also gives you a limited bestowed effect of I think 12% agility. So agility is always nice. Like I always take advantage of agility on Nivlu, and I always like haste her as well to make sure she gets multiple turns to put distance between her and enemies. Extra agility on units like Nivlu or Federica, like gunners that want to stay far away. The more agility they have, the better they are at keeping distance between units. So I believe that is going to be quite a useful stat to have on this vision card. So I think this is going to be both a very good vision card and a very good esper. I was thinking of not pulling for cards anymore because I have so many of them. But this one I might make an exception on because it's just so good, and I really like using lightning gunners. I use them all the time, so I feel like I will make an exception for that, and I will most likely go ahead and get it. That's what I feel. And finally, Frederica is getting her level 120 upgrade, like her EX upgrade, and the upgrade that she gets are actually really fantastic. It actually covers a lot of her weaknesses that she currently has. So one of the weaknesses that she has right now is that she has no way of getting through any kind of resistance. Like if a unit has like 100 defense, Frederica will do 1 damage. She doesn't have any tools in her kit to reduce opponent's defense. Also, if an opponent has like say 100 missile resist, there is no other like vision card or ability in the game right now that lets you pierce missile missile resistance. So if you want to go against gunners right now, if you build 100 missile resist, gunners will be doing 1 damage to you. However, with the upgrade, she gets her concentrate ability gets a boost of plus 40 missile attack resistance penetration. So if an enemy has 100 missile resist, with concentrate passive, that enemy will now have like say 60% missile resist because this will penetrate 40% of the enemy's missile resist. So that is great because again, like she can do so much damage from like a huge range, and especially with the vision cards that I talked about and the Esper. But if somebody builds against her, if they go specifically like very high defense, very high missile resist, then she has a lot of trouble like getting around that. And this upgrade to her EX is basically how you get around that. Like it's one of the tools that is going to let her keep doing a lot of damage. Like 100 missile resist is basically the highest you can go, and so she will at least always do 40% of her damage through missile resist penetration. The second upgrade that she gets is to her skill, her knockback skill, that is Vital Shot. So this skill is getting a couple of upgrades. First of all, the range height right now is just 1, so it makes it really hard to use the skill unless both you and the target are on the exact same height. However, the first upgrade that it gets is that it goes from range height 0 to range height 1, making it a lot more usable. The second and more important upgrade that it gets is that it allows you to break barriers. So I really like Nivlu because it breaks barriers, and like so many people are using barriers. So with this skills upgrade, I don't only have to depend on Nivlu to break barriers. Frederica is also going to be able to do that as well. And because she's a gunner and she wants to keep, your distance between you and your enemies, this skill is going to have the additional effect of of, knock back, of moving your enemies one step back, basically. I was trying to use that as a verb, I think, but anyway. So this skill is going to do a lot of things. Like it's going to be a lot more useful because of the range height one. There'll be a lot more opportunities for you to use it. And secondly, I mean, yeah, barrier break is great. So many people are using Marshally's TMR these days. Even like in auto battles, people use Saintly Walls all the time. Um, so this is going to break the barrier. It's going to knock back the enemy one square, and it's going to do a ton of damage. It has a high chance of critical hit as well, right? So it's going to do a lot of damage. Finally, her level 120 job level 25 skill is a skill that has a range of 3 to 5, and obviously that is increased by her passives and other skills that increase range. But a base range of 3 to 5, a height range of 1, and what it does is it increases the defense penetration by 40, basically 40% for Frederica for 3 turns whenever she uses the skill, in addition to doing the damage. So basically, it's going to be like a where's the sharpshoot? It'll basically be kind of like sharpshoot because I think it has similar range. Sharpshoot range, yeah. So it'll basically be like doing sharpshoot. It's also when the damage modifier of the skill is the same as sharpshoot, I believe it's 130 to 165, which is the same as which is the same as the sharpshoot damage modifier as well, which is 130 to 165. So it does the damage of sharpshoot, but it additionally gives Frederica a buff that increases her defense penetration by 40. I said earlier that if you have 100 defense, Frederica can't really do any damage to you. She will just do 1 damage. Well, that is no longer the case because now she will actually be penetrating 40% of that defense. So if you have 100 defense, she will do like she will negate 40% of your defense and do 40% damage basically. Um, and it's not only for that skill. Like once she uses it, that buff stays on for 3 turns. So she could use that, and then she can use like Arm Shot or something, which does even more damage because it has a higher modifier. So she can use Arm Shot. She can use something like whatever the skill you want, like Barrage or something, right? So I feel like these are really powerful buffs for Frederica. I feel like she is going to be like top notch again. She started falling off a little bit just because she was not EX'd, and against other EX units, she had trouble killing them, especially if it's a Yuna that keeps proccing Aeon Bond. She might need to hit her 3 times, and that's quite a few times you need to hit and not have Aeon Bond cast. So that might be a bit of a risk. So, but with this upgrade, obviously her base stats are all going to go up as well. She's going to get a huge boost to her attack and her HP and her overall damage. But I feel like the skill additions that she's going to get are also very powerful, and it's going to be insane. And so couple Frederica with the new lightning esper that we're getting and the new lightning card that increases lightning damage by 20, like basically gives lightning attack plus 20. That is going to be insane for lightning teams. I feel like they just got a huge power boost. I feel like they're going to be the next ice teams. Like when ice teams were around, they were around all over the place because we didn't really have too many people running fire. Now we see fire a lot more, especially with King Mont. And rain also got quite a boost as well. So we might, like, I've seen a few rains, but not too many. But still, I do see more fire than I do earth. And because there isn't so many people running earth, lightning is just running rampant. We did get, like, Luel, the earth's scholar, but not so many people are running her yet. In fact, I don't know how many people would invest in her just because we know what's coming up, and a lot of people are saving for better things like Black Rose Helena that's coming up. So, but yeah, lightning teams, I think they're going to be insane. Anyway, let me know what you think. This is what I think on the news. I don't. I usually actually don't even talk about the news. I wait for the things to hit. But like these are all things that I've been expecting and been looking forward to. So this, I'm pretty confident talking about this and saying what I think because I feel like yeah, like I've been looking at Federica for a long time. I've been looking at this Esper and this card for a long time as well because I really wanted a plus like an esper that had a plus 25 lightning attack. And when this was coming, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the one. I need to get this one. So anyway, this is what I think. Let me know if you guys agree with this assessment, what you guys think, and if you guys think we will see a lot more Earth just to counter the lightning meta. And also, what do you guys think of like Titus now? I mean, I still think Titus is obviously a great unit, but do you feel like you would even put him on like an arena team just because, or a Guild War team? What do you guys think? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Anyway, that's all. That's it for now. Take care, guys.